Welcome to Coach Nick's Purposefully Fit podcast. Coach Nick is here to inspire, motivate, and encourage you on your journey toward being purposefully fit. Be sure to visit our website at www.iamnicke.com. That's www.iamnicke.com. Get ready to be purposefully fit with Coach Nick.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your favorite coach, Nick E. And I want to say congratulations to all of the high school, trade school, and college graduates. Congratulations to everyone who has completed a certification program. Congratulations to everyone who is pushing forward towards purposefully pursuing their passion. I absolutely love the month of May because my timeline on social media has been filled with graduation and prom shout outs and celebrations. In a world filled with so much conflict and war and violence, social injustice and drama and so much more, can I just say it is very refreshing to see the joy of other accomplishments. So today we have reached the last episode of this Purposefully Pursue Your Passion podcast. And actually, y'all, I like you so much, you're going to get 2 for 1. It is trust the process and work the plan. Say that with me. Trust the process and work the plan. They typically go together. And if you're going to trust the process, at the end of the day, you got to do your part and work the plan. So let's recap the series so far. We define purposefully pursuing your passion as moving with deliberate purpose to show we are determined to accomplish whatever God has called us to carry out in the earth. So when you move with intentionality, okay? We also were reminded to mind the business God gave us, all right? Now let's be clear. Minding your business, meaning not being nosy, it is important and look, can actually spare you a lot of grief and heartache. However, we were actually focusing on tending to the matters God has entrusted you with. So when you mind the business God gave you, you are tending to and taking care of the matters, the affairs that God has entrusted you with. All right. So when he gave you something, a gift or a talent, you got to take time to care for it, nurture it, develop it. And since he graciously lent you these things, look, y'all, you got to put in the work to put those gifts and talents to good use. All right. Now, God has called you to something. A new business, a book, a nonprofit, some type of missions endeavor, a social outreach program, and the list goes on. And if you're going to move with deliberate purpose to carry out those things, you need to tend to those things that he has entrusted you with. So mind the business God gave you. And last time, we talked about investing appropriately. Now, this means invest your time, talent, and treasures in suitable, yes, y'all, suitable places and people with the expectation of getting some form of positive return. You got to work on being a better steward of your time. Listen, y'all, procrastination is my nemesis, and I know I have to do better, and I'm working daily, but it will rob you of so much. So work on being a better steward of your time. Use your gifts and talents in the appropriate spaces, and make sure you are tending to your money in a responsible manner. Most of the resources we need to get started on those things we were called to, they already in our hand. They're already in our bank account, y'all. So let's make sure we invest appropriately. Now, today, I want to encourage you to trust the process and work the plan. Say that with me. Trust the process and work the plan. When purposefully pursuing your passion, there will be a process from getting from point A to Z. All right. There are some things in life that are duplicatable in the process where it's actually one size fits all. The process is the process is the process. All right. You don't need to do nothing to it, but just follow it. Now, there are other instances where the process is very general, very generic, and it actually will evolve and look different depending on who's using it. But at the bottom line, there is still a process, y'all. All right. So a process consists of action steps to help you progress forward. Everybody say progress forward. Now, trusting the process means you have a firm belief in the reliability of that process. You trust that it works even before you work it. That's a whole nother word. And it's kind of like a song. Trust it before you even work it. All right, I'm being silly. Now, you have to see the success of others and understand that if it worked for them, it could work for you. All right. So if you want to start a business, purchase a house, start a new ministry, write that book, or whatever God has called you, whatever He has placed on inside of you, there are going to be steps that are required to go from vision to manifestation. All right. Because I don't know about you, but I want to go from vision to manifestation. However, you got to trust the process. Now, I ain't say you have to like the process. Oh, you don't even have to love the process. I ain't even saying that you want to even do the process. However, I am saying that you must trust the process and have faith that the process will work. For example, many of y'all know I've struggled with my weight most of my life. I've rode that roller coaster. I have gone up and down, throwing some loop-de-loops of emotional eating, anxiety, and stress. Oh, listen, y'all. I know the joys and the woes of weight loss. At the beginning of 2020, the start of the COVID-19 pandemic, I experienced a great loss, and that was matched with great grief. And long story short, I went into a very dark, sunken place filled with heartache and despair. And if I could be honest, I tried to eat my way numb. I topped the scales at 283.3 pounds. And listen, I'm only 5'3". And on a good day, I say 5'3.5", but mind your business. So that was very disrespectful weight gain on top of this small frame. All right. Now, needless to say, I went on to lose 126.5 pounds, and I'm happy to report that I've been maintaining my weight loss by trusting the process and working the plan. I ain't say I always like the process, but I trust the process and then I work the plan. Now listen, I always knew how to lose weight, but I had trouble keeping it off. And not because the stuff I tried didn't work. I just wasn't consistent in trusting the process and working the plan. Did you hear me? I was not consistent in trusting the process and working the plan. I can't blame the plan. I can't blame the process. It was me. Okay? Can anybody relate? All right. That leads me to our next point. If you are going to purposely pursue your passion, you not only have to trust the process, but you have to work the plan. And listen, work the plan as prescribed. Let me say that again. Work the plan as prescribed. That means work the plan as recommended and established. Stop remixing proven systems, y'all. Now hear me out. There are some plans that you can actually use as a blueprint, foundation, and take what you need and make it your own. However, there are other processes in life that don't need your help. You just have to do the work, all right? You are frustrated because you are trying to reinvent the wheel and then have the audacity to complain, say what you would do differently, and still you sitting back doing nothing. You are not going to go from vision to manifestation and the full fulfillment of your purpose by sitting on your hind parts, hanging on a wing and a prayer and not doing the work. So listen, work the plan. Say it with me. Work the plan. Trust the process and work the plan. And if the process doesn't exist, listen, I have advice for you. Create the process, work the plan, share it with others so that they can now trust that process and work the plan and go on to carry out what they were called to do. All right? So I pray that you were inspired, motivated, and encouraged to purposely pursue your passion. Now get to work. I'm out.
You have been listening to the Purposefully Fit podcast with Coach Nick. Visit her on the web at www.IamNickE.com. Spread the word to help others get purposefully fit by subscribing to this podcast. Thanks for listening to this episode of the Purposefully Fit podcast with Coach Nick.